Every day, a stream of goods worth hundreds of millions of dollars quietly crosses the narrow river between Detroit and Windsor. This is not just a border between the United States and Canada, it is one of the most vital economic arteries in North America. A single minor disruption at this connection point can trigger losses within hours. Factories halt production lines, trucks back up, and supply chains fracture. In today's economy, this is no longer a hypothetical risk, but a very real one. Yet the paradox is this: for more than a century, much of this massive economic flow has relied on infrastructure built nearly 100 years ago, designed for a world completely different from the one we live in today. And that is precisely why the Gordie Howe International Bridge was conceived, a $6.4 billion Canadian project, not merely to ease traffic congestion, but to safeguard the future of connectivity and North America's competitive strength in the 21st century. The Detroit-Windsor corridor handles roughly 25–30% of all U.S. Canada trade each year. Yet for decades, most of that traffic has depended on the Ambassador Bridge, built in 1929, an era before containerization, modern logistics, or global supply chains. For policymakers, the risk was clear. A single bottleneck could paralyze the entire system. The solution was not merely to repair aging infrastructure, but to build an entirely new bridge, modern, redundant, and capable of meeting the demands of the 21st century. After decades of studies, debate, and negotiations, the project officially broke ground in October 2018, directly linking Interstate 75 in Detroit with Highway 401 in Windsor, the most important highway corridor in Canada. The Gordie Howe International Bridge impresses not only through its sheer scale, but through the ambition behind how it was built. Instead of placing piers in the middle of the Detroit River, the bridge employs a modern cable-stay design, allowing the main span to cross the river with a completely unobstructed channel. This approach not only protects river traffic and the surrounding ecosystem, but also reduces long-term operational risks. At the heart of the structure rise two towers, each 220 meters tall, standing like engineering landmarks on the horizon. To keep them stable, engineers anchored their foundations deep into bedrock, designed to withstand strong winds, enormous loads, and the constant flow of heavy trucks for decades to come. Construction has been controlled with extreme precision at every stage, lifting the towers upward step by step until completion. In early 2025, both main towers were officially finished, marking a critical milestone for the largest infrastructure project along the US-Canada border. From the two towers, more than 200 massive cables fan outward, supporting the entire deck, like a colossal harp stretched across the border. Each cable is engineered to bear immense loads, extreme temperature fluctuations, and the constant flow of heavy trucks, where even a minor failure could cause losses of millions of dollars per hour. When the bridge decks from both sides were finally joined, it was not just a technical milestone, it was the culmination of decades of strategic vision. When completed, the Gordie Howe International Bridge will feature 6 traffic lanes, significantly increasing capacity compared to existing crossings. For the first time on a large-scale international bridge in North America, free pedestrian and cycling lanes are being integrated, opening new possibilities for tourism, recreation, and community connection. Imagine a Michigan farmer bringing products to Ontario without long delays. Picture a cyclist crossing the river at sunset, waving to friends and fellow travelers moving between countries. These are not dreams, but tangible outcomes the bridge is designed to deliver. On both ends of the bridge, modern border inspection plazas are nearing completion, capable of processing trucks, passenger vehicles, and travelers with greater speed and security, while remaining ready for future expansion. Initially, the project was estimated at around 5.7 billion Canadian dollars, but the final cost rose to 6.4 billion Canadian dollars due to engineering scale, supply chain disruptions, and the impact of the global pandemic. This figure represents more than an expense. It is an investment in the future, strengthening the bond between two economies, creating jobs, and ensuring redundancy within a critical transportation network. Canada assumed the full cost of the project, including the portion located on U.S. soil, with the United States repaying the investment over time through operating fees. For economists, the message is clear: delaying infrastructure is more costly than building it, as congestion and delays can drain billions of dollars in productivity each year. For the people of both nations, Gordie Howe is more than concrete and steel. It is a symbol of cooperation and of the belief that better infrastructure creates jobs, growth, and opportunity. For the U.S. automotive industry, the bridge is a lifeline for just-in-time supply chains. For local communities, it represents a new connection, safer, faster, and more sustainable. By the end of 2025, the project had surpassed 95% completion. Final systems, including lighting, drainage, traffic control, tolling, safety, and operational technologies, are being installed and rigorously tested. Border inspection facilities are also nearing operational readiness. The Gordie Howe International Bridge is expected to officially open in early 2026. When it does, it will become the longest cable-stayed bridge in North America, standing as a true engineering landmark and as a gateway that honors the past while reaching toward the future. Infrastructure projects often appear as lines of numbers and budget figures. But standing on the banks of the Detroit River, looking up at the towering pylons, one thing becomes clear: these are structures that shape an entire era. The Gordie Howe International Bridge is proof of what becomes possible when nations cooperate, engineers innovate, and communities believe in a shared future of growth. For Americans, the bridge is not merely an investment in transportation, it is an investment in connection, opportunity, and shared prosperity. Great infrastructure is not measured by construction costs alone, but by how well it keeps the economy moving. In your view, which infrastructure project has transformed an entire city or country? Leave your suggestions below. MegaRise will explore the most compelling stories in the next episode.